During World War II, Britain faced severe shortages of food and fuel. Rationing became the norm, and every resource was precious. In this climate, the Haybox cooker emerged, a simple, ingenious way to save fuel and stretch food supplies. Promoted by the Ministry of Food, the Haybox was a symbol of wartime resilience. It was essentially a well-insulated box made from whatever materials were available: crates, tea chests, even cardboard. Hay, straw, old newspapers or blankets provided the insulation. The Haybox turned humble scraps into a vital tool for survival. Imagine a London family after an air raid. A pot of stew, boiled briefly, is sealed and placed in the Haybox. Instead of simmering for hours and wasting gas, the meal cooks slowly in its own heat. Hours later, the family enjoys a hot, nourishing meal, no extra fuel required. The Haybox was quiet, everyday magic, born of necessity and resourcefulness. It helped families endure hardship, one meal at a time. This simple invention became a lifeline for many. Its legacy is a testament to human ingenuity in the face of adversity. The Haybox works by trapping heat, much like animal fur or a thick duvet. It's not a heat source, but a fortress that keeps warmth from escaping. Insulation, hay, newspaper or blankets traps air, a poor conductor of heat, slowing cooling dramatically. Packed insulation also prevents air movement, stopping convection. A snug lid keeps hot air from escaping. The process is simple. Bring your food to a boil on the stove, then seal it in the Haybox. The pot and its contents become a reservoir of heat. Nestled in insulation, the food continues to cook gently for hours, using no extra fuel. The Haybox acts as a powerless slow cooker, perfect for stews, soups or porridge. It's a beautifully efficient way to make the most of limited resources. The key is the initial burst of heat. After that, the Haybox does the rest. This method transforms basic ingredients into tender, flavorful meals. It's a lesson in making a little go a long way. The Haybox's magic lies in its simplicity and effectiveness. Even today, its principles remain relevant. It's a timeless example of practical science in the kitchen. Haybox cooking is all about patience and making the most of what you have. Wartime favourites included root vegetable stews, potatoes, carrots, onions and swedes, sometimes with a bit of meat or just a stock cube. Here's how it worked. Chop your vegetables, brown any meat, add water or stock, and bring everything to a rolling boil. Boil vigorously for 10 to 20 minutes to ensure everything is piping hot. This initial heat is crucial. It powers the rest of the cooking. Quickly seal the pot and place it in the Haybox, nestled snugly in its insulation. Add an insulating pad on top, close the lid and let the Haybox work. 4 to 6 hours later, you'll have a tender, flavorful stew. The vegetables are soft, the flavors melded, and the meal is still hot. No extra fuel, no constant supervision, just slow, gentle cooking. The Haybox turned tough ingredients into comfort food. It was a marvel of thrift and practicality. Families could eat well, even in hard times. The process was simple, but the results were deeply satisfying. Haybox meals were a small victory in the daily struggle. They proved that good food doesn't need extravagance, just a little ingenuity. Building a wartime Haybox was an exercise in resourcefulness. Start with a sturdy box, wooden crate, tea chest, or strong cardboard. The box needed to fit your pot with several inches of insulation on all sides. Hay or straw was common, but city dwellers used newspaper, sawdust, or old blankets. The insulation had to be dry and fluffy to trap air. Fill the bottom with insulation, then use your pot to mould a nest in the centre. Pack insulation tightly around the pot, but not so tight that air is squeezed out. Remove the pot, leaving a perfect cavity. An extra insulating pad, often a homemade cushion, sat on top of the pot. The main lid sealed everything in. The finished haybox was a homemade tool, built from scraps, ready to save fuel and feed the family. It was a proud symbol of resilience and ingenuity. The haybox principle is timeless, and building a modern version is easy. Use a plastic storage bin or picnic cooler as your outer container. For insulation, try polystyrene, rock wool, cork granules, or even old towels. Line the bottom, wrap your pot, and pack insulation all around. Remove the pot to create a custom nest. Use an old pillow or a cushion as a top pad. Bring your food to a boil, nestle it in, and seal the lid. This modern haybox saves energy and brings a bit of history into your kitchen. While the haybox is effective, food safety is crucial. The danger zone, 5 degrees to 60 degrees Celsius, 40 degrees to 140 degrees Celsius, is where bacteria thrive. Unlike powered cookers, the haybox lets food cool slowly, so timing matters. Always boil food thoroughly for 10–15 minutes to kill bacteria and ensure enough heat. Eat haybox meals the same day. They're not for long-term warming or reheating. Commercial kitchens can't use hayboxes due to strict temperature controls. At home, manage the risks. Boil well, don't leave food too long, and serve while hot. The haybox is safe when used wisely, but it's not a substitute for modern food safety standards. It's a tool for careful, attentive home cooks. Respect its limits, and it will serve you well. The key is understanding both its strengths and its boundaries. Used properly, it's a safe, energy-saving way to cook. In today's world of instant appliances, the haybox may seem old-fashioned, but its lessons are more relevant than ever. The haybox is a symbol of ingenuity, conservation, and resilience. It shows that great results can come from simple, low-energy solutions. Using a haybox is a small act of sustainability, a reminder to value resources. Its story celebrates everyday creativity and the power of necessity. The wartime cooks who built hayboxes were true innovators. Their spirit lives on in modern movements for self-sufficiency and sustainability. Sometimes the best technology is the one that uses the least. The haybox remains a quiet teacher, offering wisdom for the future.